Hello! Hopefully you can hear me. Soundbar's going up, so that's a good sign. As per usual, not really prepared. Give me a second whilst I'll continue to get myself set up. Disorganised and unprepared as ever. I was sitting getting lost watching the Brexit debate thing that's going on in Parliament at the minute. Always more joyous occasions there. If you give us a second, it's my laptop. It'll be about a minute and a half. And that's if it runs fast. Before I can even see if anybody's watching or whether I'm online or not. Other features, come on. Live stream. Such a pain. Hope you're all well, by the way. I should be able to see whether you're actually out there in a second. Once this page loads and I can see if we are live, etc. Hopefully we are. Come on. Yay, there's people out there. Evening. Evening Paul, evening Kangaroo. Evening Justin. Evening John. Hi Robert. Hi Gary, welcome along, first time watcher. Thanks Ozzy. And hi Matthew. Right, let's pop that chat out so I can see it. Scroll down a bit so I can see the analytics to make sure everything's working. Come on. The laptop is so slow. Right. Ready. I think. New button there. Oh well. Yes, welcome to tonight's episode of Tuesday Night Edits. I am Andy Gray. If you have never been here before, welcome. And in these live sessions, I basically edit a picture. That's pretty much it. Hi Paul, good to see you. Oh, very good. Not like arguing with an MP. I just tend to argue with the television these days. No, not much point in getting in touch with them direct. So yes, some Brexit thing tonight. So all very exciting. And sickening as well. Right, yeah, we've got a few people watching, which is good. So, the exhibition is finally finished. There was no advert at the front there. Picked everything up yesterday, and now I find myself without direction, no focus, and a little bit sad. I was going to say, to the point that I have, like yesterday I picked my stuff up, and today I have sat around doing jack shit. I've done nothing, apart from staring to YouTube land, watching loads of videos. So I've been thoroughly unproductive today. I even took the dog out for its evening walk in my slippers. I was that grim about things today. So yes, so I'm hoping to make an image tonight. I'm going to rely on my muse to snap me out of this funk and get me back on, not back on top, but get me going again. And if you don't know, my muse is the field at the back of the house. It's in the exhibition. It featured in about 3 or 4 images. 3, I think. Shh! Stop mentioning the calendar, Paul. I will get to it eventually. About the 10th of December, probably. So that is tonight's objective, is to make an image from stuff there. I shot some stuff the other day at kind of sunset as the sun was going down, and I shot some stuff a couple of weeks back as well, from the same place. I think the stuff from a couple of weeks back is better, so we'll use them. And I'm just looking to make something that's a bit dreamlike and try to be a bit uplifting spiritually. We'll see what it's good. Molly! Yeah, I just couldn't be bothered to put my boots on, so I was like, slippers on, threat of rain, get the dog out, and back again. I'm not sure how inspiring I'll be, mind Gary, so just be warned. May not be as good as some episodes. The weather hasn't been too bad actually. Just it was warm this morning, strangely. But yeah. No worries, John. Hopefully you got your. Did you get any further with it? I knew I couldn't really help you, but I know I've seen people be able to link 2 computers up to do streaming. I would like to know, and then I can run the stream through my laptop rather than having all the resources being put into encoding the video. But then again, my laptop is terribly slow, so it might not be a very good thing to stream from. Evening, Stephen. Good to see you as well. Paul, yeah, Molly, grand. Right, so that is pretty much it. Be warned, the phone is near, so there may well be news updates as the Brexit thing continues on. So just beware. Just be wary of a loud ringing noise as notifications come through. So yeah, right. Enough of me waffling. Let us go on with image making. So I've picked out a few images. Some kind of brighter ones because I am wanting it to be quite light and uplifting. Seems to be where things are at the minute, just trying to lift the mood. Evening, David. Hope Garner is keep treating you well. Right. So like I say, I've picked out a few of these, some quite light, all quite abstract obviously. But I'm hoping to create a similar scene of what I've made in the past. But instead of it being a very dark and horrible kind of image. Actually, if you can see behind me, that image there is made from the same place. And a few other images that I've out and about there. But they're very dark and very violent and very grim. So I'm looking for something a bit more serene. So I'll be using these lighter kind of captures, hopefully. But we'll see how we get on. So maybe I think we're probably looking for using that one. That one, that's quite light too. There's another light one there. That one's quite light, obviously. That one's quite light, and then maybe this. That one there, obviously a lot of foreground light. So so that's them picked out. So we have 6 to work on. We'll just do the usual cleanup. What are you doing, Andy? It's all gone wrong. I was already in the develop module. No wonder the computer was taking a while. Right. Would you zoom out? Thank you. Lift that vignette so it is well out there. Noise reduction, obviously. As is normal. I will also do my dust spotting as well. Try to catch everything this time. Be a tendency of leaving 1 or 2 behind here and there. Oh shit, missed one. Computer being slow. That one over there. shut that down now. Yeah, and most of them dust spots. There is one somewhere around about here. I'll have to get that on another one. Try a lighter one. No, can't see it on there. Yeah, there's that one there. Just remember that. Done. Actually, I'll just clean that one up later on. Good. That's a good way of doing it, John. If you've got the PC speed to do it. Right. Think, Andy, think. Right, so that's the cleanup side of things done. Now for some basic adjustments. I am going to go for something quite light, so I'm just going to open the shadows right out. Obviously we are very close to clipping, as you can see the histogram, that's what the word is, histogram. The histogram is very much to the right hand side because you've got these very, very bright areas here. So that's right up there, not really having to push the exposure very much before it's clipping there. So just as it is probably good. The shadows are quite a bit, don't really need to add any more white. I'm going to lift more out of the black there, just to push it as much as we can really. Colour wise, let's stick it on the cloudy setting to see, yeah, that's giving it a much warmer tone straight away. Hi Peter, good to see you. My brain is well and truly gone. Trying to move a notification on my laptop with my desktop mouse. That's not going to work, Andy. Right, so just play with contrast just to get a feel of it. Just a wee bit under. So we've added a bit of warmth into there, which is fine, which is kind of what I'm after. I might even add a bit more magenta to it, because I was thinking more of an evening kind of feel of an image. So maybe it's just that adding that hint of magenta now, and then hopefully it'll be easier to work with later on. That's the theory anyway. So that's a decent starting point, and we'll just sync all of those settings across. And we'll just check that dust spot on this one. Ooh, there's a couple I missed. Done. And just sync them again, and then it'll run them across. Thank you very much, Joseph, very kind of you. Right, let us now get these into Photoshop. See where we end up. This is when the computer grinds to a halt as it whirs away in the background. Now I know regulars out there, you'll know that I generally answer pretty much any question that you asked out there, but I was thinking for a future week that I might do instead of an editing thing, I do do a question and answer session. Obviously I know I haven't got the followings of big famous people, but I thought my stuff is quite niche enough, or if you just want to know a bit more about us or other things I do, then we could do a Q&A session, maybe as early as next week, and I might open it up to Instagram as well, just if anybody's interested in that kind of thing. I thought it'd be a change from the norm, because sometimes I do feel like I might not be offering as much as what I could be, because I'm just doing the same thing every week. I don't know. Let me know what you think of that, and then if you have anything you want to ask, then I will cut and paste from any questions and start and use them as a starting point. And the other thing is, if I do that, then I can actually trim it down and then put it out as a new video as well. You know, just do it like, you know, more content for ease. Just being honest with you, it'll be easy and it'll add quite a bit of content for us. So if anybody thinks that's a good idea, that's 3 yeses. Anyway, straight away. Right then, let's have a bit blend of these. So I'm not sure how this is going to go, to be honest. Multiply all straight away looks decent, because it adds quite a nice bit of that nice colour that I was kind of looking for. Obviously needs to be lightened a lot. Lighten is probably giving me the level of light I'm looking for. Screen is just white. Overlay. Somewhere between soft light, lighten and multiply, which is a bit of a mixture. I must admit. Right, let's try soft light to start with, and I'm simply gonna do a merge layer of them. Come on, merge them layers for me. Behave. There we go. Right, well, that's that layer merged. Just make that one invisible. Lighten. I'm gonna do a thingy of that as well. A merge of that. And then I'm gonna play with multiply. Just I really want to kind of get this shape right here for the idea I have. So let's just knock some of these layers out till we get something interesting. And then that there, that one to there. Not sure this is going to work, but you know, we can keep on. We'll keep on going as long as we can, until I decide it's not working. See, this layer here is causing a bit of an issue because we've got that double line there. So what I'm thinking is just masking some of that out. Maybe not as much as that. Let's make that smaller. Just a rough mask that line out. May look a little bit rough depending on what layers are there. Something like so. Reduce the opacity of this one. Actually, I think I'm going to reduce the opacity of this one as well. Just to about there. Duplicate that layer. So I'm getting shape from that one, which is fine. What I'm going to do is mask this layer out because it's my eye's being taken by that darkness, which we're going to get rid of anyway. So let us get shot of that side. All that darkness. Grr. There we go. Actually, about there. So we're really just keeping that area there, which is fine. So, moment of truth, we're just going to merge those layers together. So what I can do, I can just stick these into a group for easier management. And then we now have these 3 layers to play around with. Go and go away. Let's see what we get. A mess, probably. So we have that intense brightness there, which is great. So actually we'll put that one on top. And again, I will mask that out. Going to, yeah, there's the mask. They're just using the gradient tool again. Might help if I had a mask of it and do it on the right way. And again, do all this. And then use Peter's favourite tool of blend if I can put it somewhere I can see what I'm doing, and then see if I can do that in a better kind of blend. Yeah, that's the one. So there's a button to split them, yes there is. Or maybe it's the top layer I need to be doing that to. See, this is where the experimentation goes a bit out the way. I'm not even sure which which one I should be doing. Maybe I need to increase the opacity a bit. Let's go okay with that. Or decrease the opacity. Blend if is still a bit of a mystery to us. So don't rely on me to give you any constructive ideas on blend if, because I haven't got much clue about it. I've been very open there. I suppose I could have done a different type of selection as well. But we'll go with what I know, which sometimes isn't a lot. And actually this layer I think needs to have a bit more reduce the opacity to get rid of that dark splodge, which was obviously the rest of the trees in the back there. So we've got our subject there, which I'm hoping this is going to work out. It might be my first abject failure on a live stream for a long time, because usually I can usually cobble something together, but tonight it may be an utter disaster. Probably because I've gone in with a certain idea of what I want to do with it, and that's not always the best thing to do. So I'm hoping it's not going to be bad, but you never know. Yeah, I'm just going to go through with it, and then I might, if it just doesn't work, I might rethink by redoing the selection for that. Like do an actual selection rather than just a rough graduated mask. Right then, so we want, where's me tool thing, not playing ball. Right, just merge them, filter, Nick Collection, Analog Effects Pro, and wait a little while. Still waiting for it to come up. Come on, slow computer. Right, presets. See what are they going to suggest for me. There's a few colour schemes that I've liked the initial look of, which is good. It'll probably all just hinge on that detail though. Right, let's go back. Try this one. Obviously you can see that it's very light, but I was enjoying this colour there. So with a bit of luck I can drag that across. Oh no, I was thinking that was contrast. It's not, it's double exposure. Let's reduce the contrast to something dreamlike. Not that dreamlike. Just a wee bit lighter, there we go. Detail extraction, just want a little bit more something to get a hold of. Thanks, Ray. My process, intuitive, well, yeah, probably intuitive is the word. I would also say random as well. It can be a bit out there. Right, lens vignette. Let's see. Drop that a bit. Turn it on, and they might help. Something. Yeah. One issue with this, I'm not really getting the sense of subject of what I'm aiming for. But I could maybe work on that in an arty kind of way rather than just mixing shapes together kind of way. Fadedness. Yeah, strength needs to be up, right up there. Levels and curves. Excuse me. something a little bright like that would be good. Just looking to see what other options I might have. These presets, dark one's always there. Dark poppies, that looks possible, but maybe it's the wrong tone for what I was looking for. That one looks very minimalist, which might work. It might look terrible when I bring it onto the full size. So I might go for an editing too. Make this one to this point, then come back in and just have another go with another one. Let's just play with that, with the positioning. Because obviously, if you don't know how I do a lot of my stuff, is I use this double exposure module, but I do it. You know, the starting point is that way around, but I will turn it upside down generally, because I use silhouetted or subjects above the horizon, so I've got sky and a bulk to work with, and I do tend to just turn them upside down to then give things structure and shape. So I'm thinking that's maybe the better. There's a bit more oomph in the sky. There's more of a line. There's more of a horizon line, so I can work with there's basically a subject, and it's not just a blob hanging in space, which was always a worry with a lot of these things, unless you wanted to be a blob hanging in space. This I want to give that sense of subject, so I can possibly do something with it. Right, so I am happier there. Bloody phone. Oh yeah, I forgot to pass that message on. Oops. Bit of brightness, because I do want to add in. Do I want to add in a fake sun? Yeah. 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 Fake suns for everyone. Let's just try out. I use the lens vignette just to kind of bring in a little bit more, either lighten or darken into certain areas, so you can just pull your eye in a little bit. So actually, where I had it before was fine. Just down there. I think we'll say yes to this one. I think. How long we've been going? Too long. Can't see, because the drop down thing in the way typically. Well, half an hour-ish. So that'll load in. So yeah, we're back in the Photoshop. Get out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. Right. That now looks a different colour now. The colour looks different to what it did before when it was in there. Sometimes that happens. I don't know whether it's my eyes, the fact that I looked away and came back, and it looks a little bit different. But that's fine. That's fine. That's okay. Right. Plans, Andy. Think. Fake sun. That's what we're going to be doing. So we want a new layer, and we want a big fat brush, bigger than that, wee bigger, big, something like, maybe not that big, down shape, and I am going to place it in here roughly, but what we want a decent colour. Actually, got my swatches. there is this. Now do I go for that yellow? Try that yellow, but I'm going to brighten it. So way up there. And I'm going to drop a splodge there, just like so. Actually, maybe shouldn't have done two there. Let us reduce that opacity to, because it was on 48% there before, or 41%. So I've dropped that to 12, just to add in another little bit there. That's just a little bit more subtle, which is good. Obviously that's on a separate layer, so we can mix it up. And obviously we use our blend modes as well. Darken, just kind of flatten it out a little bit. So I'm just looking to see how these react. Obviously lighten, the background layer is a bit lighter. The screen isn't really giving us the effect I was wanting, so we're probably looking at what's soft light like, with and without. Actually, normal's probably way up there. Drop the opacity a bit. About 80. New adjustment layer. We're going to lighten that. Obviously boost that, and going to invert this if it'll invert. Okay, get my screen away, and then I'm going to paint it in white to bring in that brightness. I think. Ooh. There we go. And a little bit, just that side, and that should help a lot. So with, actually take both lots away, and you can see, just warms that sky up a little bit. Evening, Alan, how are you doing? Stream's crapping out on me, probably because the processor's about to die. Right, so that's a nice bit of sunlight there. What I'm do I do the Viveza thing? Or was I just warmer light? Just okay. Decisions. Terrible at making decisions. Always have been. Right, filter Viveza. There we go. Right, so you can see what I'm doing now. Right, move this across. Like I said, move it across, not zoom. Right. Move that line across. So what we're going to do here is use a control point, drop it in there, adjust its size, adjust its brightness significantly. Maybe it's not that much. 40%. Just the contrast. And then you can move that around to a point. You know, you could maybe even put it down there, but we're not going to. We're going to put it in here. As being that bright point. I'm just gonna push this as much as I can. So about there, come out of there. Very cheeky, Alan. Love you too. Right, so there's that backlight now come through. So hopefully that's coming through on the screen. So if I just group these layers together, turn them on, turn them off, hopefully you can see that's been worth doing. Giving your subject a bit of backlight. Now the thing is, that is maybe as much as I dare to do. Apart from, let's just make a new, like I'm just merging everything together again to give us that layer. This is something I'm going to try. It may not work as what I'm hoping. Image layer. It's image transform, isn't it? Transform images. Transform image. Flip vertical. That's the one. Now we drag that. Let's just change that blend mode. Just blend up to about there. Drop the opacity to about there. Mask it. Change the blend mode back to normal. Right, where's the line? I need to mask more of that. Just because obviously you can see that obvious doubling over. There we go. And then that gives you that foreground kind of thing. We want to blur this the foreground. Because to me it is water. Where am I from? Water. To me it's water. Because it's on the sea, obviously. It's not a tree. So we want a bit more, I was going to say motion. We just don't want an exact mirror reflection. We want it slightly out. So we want, where's motion blur gone? Blur, motion blur, there we go. And we want it left and right. And you would think that I'd been in this menu before because it knew we wanted to go on that angle directly across. And there we go. Okay, you can obviously now see it's mirrored over. Obviously at 100% it's quite strong. And we can just drop that back. Quite weak. Even bring in other blend modes so the effect isn't quite as bad. Quite as apparent. You can mix it in a little bit more. Something like soft light there. Off and on. You can maybe even mask in a little bit more of it. So let's try that. Mask out even. No, I was right the first time. Wasn't I? I'm getting my orders all mixed up. Yeah, I'm getting everything mixed up. Yeah. Brain has gone to sleep. If I'm trying to move that over there, that's yeah. That's because the opacity. That's what I was confused about. Yeah, increase the. What I'm looking to do is make this area here nearly as bright as what the sky is, because it's obviously a reflection. So if I brighten the entire image, and then I can erase using a small opacity. and then that will, in theory, mask out subtly, I think. Maybe, maybe not. There you go. Something like that. Not sure about that, Paul. I'm not sure how much genius is in that. More of a, let's cobble something together and get out of here quickly. But what I am tempted to do is to bung it back into analog effects. So what button did I press there? Get away! Don't want that selected. Must have been some weird selection button. And I'm just going to group them together, and then I'm going to go into Analog Effects Pro again. And I'm just going to see what happens. You can never tell. It might be something cool, and it might be something crap. Right, let us have a look down your list of presets. Yeah, sometimes you go into here and look to see if there's anything that catches the eye that could make the image better, like that one maybe. Or changing it into something completely different. You know, I was quite happy beforehand, but I thought we're just bunging into here again just to see what other options may present themselves. There's not a lot in there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. No, them two new ones aren't there. So Evening Fields was the only one that looked. Evening Fields. Where are you? That one. Just the tonality of it looked interesting. Obviously without the actually let's knock the basic adjustments off as well. So without basic adjustments. Are we losing that sunlight now? Right, let's play with the double exposure. If that moves around, does that help or hinder? Excuse me. John, you've just nailed my theory on all of these images, this series of images that I've been doing for 4 years. 2014, yeah, 5 years, nearly. Been doing a series, and I'm wondering if this one was going to be my last one. But yes, that is the story behind it all. I'm not convinced about this now. Let's reduce the exposure balance. Nice area in there. Let's just let's go back into Photoshop with this, and then see if I can just use a portion of it, or just reduce the opacity to blend it in without using that god-awful blend if. Oh, is Peter listening? He might be. Come on, computer. You can go faster than this. There we go. See, this area up here looks quite cool. That way, yeah, I think it really does as well. So reduce, soften a touch. So So that could be good, because obviously with it gone, this is really quite harsh, even though it's meant to be backlit, so obviously it would be, in reality, it would be dark like this, but having that other layer that we've just made in it, just softening that off just a touch. I suppose it does introduce that ambiguity of shape, and then I can get away with my little narrative as well. So that's fine. I'm just going to duplicate that layer, bring that duplicate up to 100%, and then put a mask on this, and mask that across there. That's the wrong way around. Yeah. Where are we on this? Yeah, and I'm just going to reduce the opacity on there, because I think it was just starting to get, because really I want to use them as clouds in the distance, and it was just starting to dominate a bit too much. So actually they can scale back as well. See, to me opacity is one of the best tools out there, because you can like dial it all the way one way or dial it the other way back, then just creep it back until you oh, he is listening, Peter is there. Blend if is awesome. I struggle with it, not that I use it a lot, but I struggle with it. So let's just check to see what these look like without. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a distant look at this. What else can we do? Let us make. Didn't mean to make a new layer. Let's merge them again. Lots and lots of layers tonight. Excuse me. Free transform. No, transform. Flip horizontal to that side, and then I want to mask this out, and then split it halfway. The other way. Just to give a little bit more balance on the right hand side without it being too obvious what we've done. Let's reduce the because I did feel it was just hanging a bit. It was all a bit one-sided, so that's just balanced, you know, it's brought a little bit of something into that side, so it does that look that little bit more like it's a sunrise or sunset, and then you've got those darker bottom lit clouds kind of in the background rather than it being right in front of you. So that's looking not too shabby, I think. Actually, I might try to see if this horizon line here, whether I can just get a hint of it across here, and obviously that's with the mask, so let's paint some white in over here. Just undo some of that, and let's go for weaker opacity, weaker flow, bit of a smaller brush. Let's just gradually paint that in there. Now we can just get that hint of a horizon line, and then this, let's put an arrow on there. That now does look more like a cloud hanging above the horizon line. Shush, Peter. Shh. I think you're right, Alan. I think we should just abandon it around about now. I think I may well have done enough. Well, this has cheered me up, making something reasonable like this. Just what I needed, I think. Right, let's save this before I screw something up and go too far. Yeah. Knowing when to stop is a skill in itself, and I just needed that little bit of a nudge from Alan there to say, give it a rest. So, even with these, I'm just looking, even with these lines, you know how you get lines from the sun when it's poking through clouds, there's even a line here and a line there. Alright, they don't match up, but you know, there's little lines there and there that would almost like that casting crepuscular rays. Cheers, Paul, lad. Both Pauls, actually. Right. Halfway to saved, then we'll do a crop. Oh no, we've got a crop, Sean. We've got a crop. We've got to try, because I might even pull a little and pull off that edge just slightly, just slightly. Right, come on, you've stopped at 56%, hurry up. Now we can round it off at roughly an hour. Looks like we've got a good layer count for tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11 layers plus the 2 groups, which is 4, so there's 15, and then the 6 there. 21 layers tonight, lads. "21 layers. We've excelled ourselves." Yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with that, Alan. Quite happy. Yeah, it's finished saving. 1.46 gigabytes. My God, I'm glad I shoot a 12 megapixel camera. God, if I can imagine doing that with a D850. That would just make me cry. Oh, with a bit of practice, Robert, you can make images like this as well. Oh, that sounds like a challenge, Stephen. Will this make it onto Instagram or not? Or Twitter or anywhere else? It probably will, because I'll need to use it as advertising. For people to come and watch the live stream. Right, let us make some crops. Create virtual copy, because we just do virtual copies for crops. And I was actually thinking of just slicing that end off, which might make it a bit central. Oops, wrong button. 8 by 10. Yeah, that's not working. Yeah, I think it might be a 3 by 2. Right, okay, 3 by 2 works. Proved wrong on that one. Let us go for a wide. 16 by 9, what's that do? Gets rid of a bit of foreground. Enhances the sky a bit more. Something like that. Right, create another copy. You go narrower. So 2 by 1 there. Something like that. Or maybe it's my usual 9x5. Right, need a crop for Instagram now. Squares. 1x1. And of course it's just not going to look right, is it? Because by having a square crop, even if it's there, you are losing so much of the image. So a vertical crop's not going to work either. It's going to have to be a 3x2 on Instagram. That means I am only going to get 200 likes. Not that that's important. Because nobody likes to look at the 3x2 images. Oh, talk like that, Stephen, just makes me laugh. Having just gone through that, the thought of doing another one just gives, unless it's in a more populated area and where people have actually got money, I can think of nothing worse at the minute. Right, so I am pretty chuffed with that. Yes. I think we'll leave it there. We might have an image that I like for more than 5 minutes. Is it up with everything else? I don't know, but this is definitely the feel of an image that I actually aimed for. So I'm chuffed. I was aiming for that, a lighter, more beautiful type of light, a sunrise, sunset type of image, to contrast with the really dark, grimy, horrible one that's up there. No worries, Stephen. Only joking. Anyway, so yeah, just to get it from the very same place. I mean, this could really be the end of this series, the end of this narrative of this image, this location, because you never know. By next year, we might have settled the field, and there might be houses starting to be built on it. So I might never get the chance of getting the data like this at this time. Well, like a month ago, to get the actual sunset in the right place to get the right kind of light. So there's a lot that goes into it, in just the capture side of things, and then got to work on it. But yeah, I'm pleased that it's kind of ended up like this, more of a dreamy kind of heavenly like kind of image, to contrast with the violence and the horribleness of previous iterations. So happy with that, pleased with that. So thank you very much for all being here tonight to see it. So if you've liked tonight's episode, if you've liked tonight's image as well, leave a thumbs up below. Drop a comment when things sort itself out, and yeah. And if you do want to join, if you want me to do a Q&A either next week or sometime in the very near future, then leave comments below the video of questions you want to ask. I will put one in. I will put a notice in the community tab as well, and I will put on my Instagram stories as well. So make sure you're following us on Instagram. My Instagram address is there. Yeah, there's definitely a Claude kind of vibe of light there, isn't there? Yeah, so leave a comment or with a question. I'll stick one on the community post on Instagram as well, and it may well be next week when I do that. Do a question and answer live. That sounds dangerous. I'll not be able to edit it. Oh well, them's the breaks. Cheers, Paul. So anyways, again, thank you all very much for watching tonight. It's been great to have you along, and even though I had my doubts at the start that I would have nothing, we've turned it around. We've got something. So always appreciate you being around for the support, especially tonight, as I feel a bit crap now that the exhibition's finished. But like I say, onwards to the next one, whenever that'll be. So thank you again for watching. Leave positive things around everywhere, and we'll see you next week. Keep hard. See ya.